What do plankton eat? Have you ever wondered what tiny organisms like plankton munch on in the chilly waters of the polar regions? Let's break it down in simple terms. In these frigid environments, plankton play a vital role in the marine food web. There are two main types of plankton we need to know about: phytoplankton and zooplankton. Phytoplankton are like the plants of the ocean. They are microscopic and can produce their own food through a process called photosynthesis. This means they use sunlight, carbon dioxide, and nutrients found in the water to grow. They don't eat other organisms. Instead, they rely on light and nutrients to thrive. In the polar regions, the growth of phytoplankton is closely tied to seasonal changes. When spring and summer arrive, sunlight returns, and the ice melts, leading to a bloom of phytoplankton. This bloom is essential as it provides energy for the entire ecosystem. Now let's talk about zooplankton. These are tiny animals that feed on phytoplankton. A common type of zooplankton in the Arctic is called copepods, which are small crustaceans. They feast on phytoplankton like diatoms and ice algae, which grow on the underside of sea ice. Interestingly, some zooplankton can change their diet based on the season. During the dark winter months when phytoplankton are hard to find, some copepods become omnivores, eating other small organisms. Others may enter a state of hibernation to survive until spring, when food becomes plentiful again. The feeding habits of plankton are closely linked to the seasonal cycles of ice and sunlight. The spring ice algal bloom and the subsequent phytoplankton bloom are critical feeding times for zooplankton. This allows them to build up fat reserves needed to survive the winter months. These feeding relationships support larger marine animals, including fish, seabirds, and marine mammals. However, climate change and ocean acidification are changing these dynamics. Warmer waters may increase phytoplankton production by reducing cold temperature limits and altering water stability. But changes in nutrient supply and species composition could disrupt the traditional food web. This means what plankton eat and how they support the marine ecosystem may be affected. To sum it up, plankton in polar regions have distinct diets. Phytoplankton produce their own food and do not consume other organisms. Zooplankton primarily eat phytoplankton and can adapt their diets based on seasonal availability. These feeding patterns are tightly connected to seasonal changes in light and ice, which are being impacted by climate change. Understanding what plankton eat is essential because they, from the foundation of the Arctic and Antarctic food webs, supporting a wide range of marine life.